It's pretty amazing to realize that who you are and how you are living your life is completely up to you. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how busy you are. It all really, the greatest thing that most people start to discover is their happiness. What makes you happy? And are you leading a life that's rich and filled with what makes you happy? The beautiful thing that I have learned with meditation is this realization that happiness comes from within. We have probably spent our whole life looking outside of ourselves for happiness. The thrills, the people, the situations. We've been looking for things to make us happy. So for most of the time, our happiness is very much dependent on other people, on situations, on so many things. And we don't allow happiness to actually be something that's just inside us all the time. Which is fascinating because when we start to realize that, we start to realize that who we are and what we are experiencing can be actually our own choice all the time. It's quite fascinating to see that and to realize that when we are just able to become present to our mind and see our own thoughts, we can actually see how what we're thinking about is really, really affecting our state of being and our present moment experiencing of life. Our present moment of experiencing of life can be loaded with anxiety or pressure, feeling overwhelmed, frustration, feeling like things aren't going our way. I said anxiety, the fear of what could happen, depression, the fear that something wrong's happened. We have these correlate, how do you say that? Correlating. We have these emotions that reflect the thoughts. So what we're thinking about, we have these emotions that reflect that. There's a word for that. Correlating, whatever. You get it. And it's very interesting to see that how we're feeling could be because of how we're thinking. Now, it's also fascinating to see that what you think about can change, which means then how you feel can change, which could then mean you are in control. You don't have to be caught up in depression. You don't have to perhaps be caught up being anxious. You definitely don't have to be caught up in feeling overwhelmed. That is all something that's sourced within our mind. And when you become aware of what you're thinking about, you can actually cease to think that, which means that those feelings go. Isn't that cool? But that is actually the power of being present and seeing what the mind is. Look at this behind me. Isn't that just super beautiful?